I walked into my English class, and there was this woman there teaching English. Now you're going, well, wait, I thought you wanted to be a musician. Yes, but I wanted to learn to write songs. And I don't know if anyone in here knows who this person is, but she's relatively famous if you look her up. Her name is Camille Paglia. And Camille Paglia wrote a treatise on sex and art, the sexual persona, and we have a fan in the room, yay. So I walk into this classroom, and here's this teacher, and for the first time in my life, someone is talking about rock and roll seriously. She begins to dissect the song The End by The Doors, and she's explaining its relationship to the Oedipus complex. Well, Rodney is sitting in the classroom going, oh my God, this is freaking awesome. Now, I'm 19, she is in her 40s, she had just left teaching at Harvard, and I am having a little crush, a little obsession with this teacher. So much so that I invited her to come see my band, and she came, and we actually became friends. Not that long after that, I got a management deal. I got someone to invest in me as an artist, as a musician. And so I dropped out of school, but before that I asked her if she would help me write lyrics. Could you help me be a better songwriter? And she agreed. And we had developed sort of a friendship by this point, so she agreed. And for about 4 or 5 years, I would send her my lyrics, and I would get back these sheets of paper with red ink all over them. Verbose, terrible, cheesy. How could you? This is the worst line ever. What were you thinking? What are you listening to? I mean, it was brutal. But she would give me really cool things to go listen to, movies to go see, ways of thinking about art and being creative, and so many important lessons. Now, at this time, my girlfriend at the time was graduating from Temple in film, and she got a gig, of all things, being the assistant editor on Dead Poets Society. So she was going out to California to work on the film for a while. So, and this is where Michel says, I sound like I'm name dropping, but I'm just telling a story of my actual life. So she's going out to LA, and so we decide we're going to drive out together. Now, I'm African American. My girlfriend at the time was Jewish, and both of our families were really scared about us driving across the country together because who knew what we would encounter. So, but we were bold, we were young, and we decided we were going to do this. And as I'm going, I had like 4 or 5 notebooks, and I would write down every single thing that was happening to us. And it was a wonderful trip. Nothing really bad happened. We were reading The Princess Bride to each other because when we got to LA, we were going to go see it. It was really cool, kind of romantic. But when I got back home from the trip, she stayed out there to work on, well, actually, it's a whole other story what happened with Dead Poets Society, with Disney and the politics of filmmaking, and it was a really interesting experience, but that's another story which I could tell you if you want to know. But came back home, and I had this notebook that was full of all these lyrics and poetry and things about the country, and I started looking at it and playing around with it, and I was still working with Camille, sending her notes and things and ideas, and there was this thing that started to appear. It was this song, and it was long. It was maybe 20 pages long, and I had to break it down. And the song's called The American. And it came out of this trip driving across the country. And what may surprise you when you hear this is you might go, wait, did you write that last week? And no, this was kind of written in the late 80s. It was like this. I'm a Midwest farmer, doing the work of the Lord. Pentagon general, turning plowshares in the soil. I'm a nuclear bomb with bald eagle fly as raindrops falling from a black and blue sky. I'm the blood of the children on the city streets at night. I'm a high school senior, can't read the Bill of Rights. I'm American. I'm American. I'm a TV preacher, TV talk show host, KKK, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I'm a New York rebel in tight blue jeans, needle marks on my arms and eyes like James Dean. I'm homeless on the sidewalk next to my daughter, the president. I'm a minimum wage mother of three, paying the White House rent. I am American. I am American. God shed his grace on me and I sing, na 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 na, America. Na 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 na, America. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, America. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na na, America. Our Father knows best with a red light whore. I'm the finger on the trigger of the cop at the door. I'm telephone sex, I'm a one-night stand. I'm the staple in the centerfold, getting stuck in my right hand. Black waves in the ocean, black clouds above the trees. I'm a standing man dying of a four-letter disease. I am American. I am American. God shed his grace on me. I'm the Indian and the buffalo and the hole in the sky. Small town parade days, fall and apple pie. I'm the first man on the moon and the ghettos that burn. Jay Leno and Howard Stern. I'm Martin and JFK, God rest their souls. I'm Janice, Jimmy, and Jim and the king of rock and roll. I'm American. I'm American. God shed his grace on me. Na 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 na, America. Na 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 na, America. Na 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 na, na 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 na, America. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, America. American. Born and bred in the USA. Thank you.